Hey family, in today's video, I want to cover how to file an extension for your nonprofit. So to do this, we'll use Form 8868, which is the application for automatic extension of time to file an exempt organization return. Now, if your organization follows a calendar year, which means the year ends on December 31st, then the due date for your 990 is going to be May 15th. So this year, May 15th falls on a Wednesday. So there's no, like, it goes over to the next couple of days, like when it falls on a weekend or holiday. Now, the reason you want to make sure that you do this extension is because if you are not compliant for 3 consecutive years, which means you do not file the 990 for 3 consecutive years, then you are at risk of automatic revocation of your exempt status. This is not something that you want to deal with because you already did all the paperwork to become exempt. So make sure if you're not able to file by May 15th, that at the bare minimum, you get this form filed, okay? So with this, you can e-file this or you can paper file it. So what you get when you do this is an additional 6 months to file. So typically a 990 is not going to have any tax due, but in the event that you do, you want to make sure you also send in a payment because this is an extension of time to file. It is not an extension of time to pay. In the comments, or in the description rather, I'm going to put where you can send this if you do not e-file it. All right. But I will say it out loud. It is to the Department of the Treasury. Then the next line is Internal Revenue Service Center. Next line, Ogden, Utah, 84201-0045. Okay. Now, you guys have asked me before, what software can I use to file an extension? For more details on the electronic filing of this form, you want to visit this website right here. I do not know, and I cannot help you if you don't have a professional tax software to actually send this, okay? So keep in mind, this is for nonprofits. If you need to extend a corporation or S Corp, then you want to make sure that you use Form 7004. So you want to put the name of the exempt organization or other filer right here. So let's just say I have a foundation. We have America's Favorite EA. You want to put the tax identification number, which will be your EIN. Next, you want to put the street number and name. If there's a room or suite, you would add that here as well. Then we're going to put Louisville, Kentucky 40205 because we have the city, state, and the zip code. Okay. So when we go down to the return code, this extension is going to be for a 990, and this could be for a 990 or a 990 easy, right? We're going to use the return code 01. Now you see these other forms here. So we have the 990PF, we have the 990T, the 990T for corporation, trust. We have all these different forms. This example, the dates I'm giving you, the address, all apply to a 990. All right. So going down a little bit more, we have who the books are in the care of. So in this example of a foundation, the books are in the care of the accounting firm, which is Open Books Accounting and Tax Services. If you know, you know. If you are a nonprofit right now looking for a new accountant, you should go look up this company. It is who I refer all nonprofits to. They will take absolute great care of you. And I say that from the bottom of my heart. Genuinely, I'm not getting any type of um kickback or affiliate commission, anything like that. They're just a great company here in Louisville, Kentucky, that also helps companies across the country. All right, so check them out. You're going to put that organization's telephone number and fax number if applicable. All right. So here, the next line, if the organization does not have an office or place of business in the United States, you're going to check this box. Now, in the case of America's Favorite EA as a nonprofit, the office is right here in Louisville, Kentucky. So this won't be applicable for us. Now, if this is a group return, so that means that this nonprofit is associated with others, then we need the 4-digit group exemption number, which is the GIN, and we put it here. Now, that doesn't apply here in this example, so that's why we are going to leave this blank. So when we go down here to number 1, this is a request for automatic 6-month extension of time until November 15th of 2024 to file the exempt organization return for the organization named above. The extension is for the organization's return for, and again, if you're a calendar year, you're going to check this box. It's for calendar year 2023. Now, if you're not a calendar year and you are a fiscal year, you would check this box instead and put what your fiscal year is. Okay. Now, keep in mind, this is the new due date, but we can still file that 990 before November 15th. We just need to make sure it's filed by November 15th. Now, line 2, if the tax year entered in line 1 is for less than 12 months, you have to have a reason. Typically, this is going to be because it's the first return, right? If it's a calendar year, it wasn't started on January 1st. Or maybe it's the final return and you ended it before December 31st. The other reason could be for a change in accounting period, okay? So that could be like if you switch from calendar year to a fiscal year, okay? So this applies line 3A if this application is for forms 990PF, 990T, 4720, or 6069, they have a tentative tax and we would put that here. That doesn't apply in this example, so it's going to be left blank. And again, here in B, if this application is for the same forms that we just named above, enter any refundable credits and estimated tax payments made, include any prior year overpayment allowed as a credit. Again, that's not going to apply in this example and not for the majority of you that are watching this video. So we're going to leave this blank. Now there is no balance due. So I went ahead and put the 0 here. So now we have this form complete. Now here you will find instructions, but this is what I wanted to highlight for you. So even if you don't have a tax payment due, if you file this late, you will be facing a late filing penalty. Okay. This is going to get charged if the return is filed after the due date, including extensions. So if this organization decides to file after November 15th, they will be hit with a failure to file penalty. All right. And those failure to file penalties, as you all know, as I've said in other extension videos, can be nasty. Now, I realized I didn't even introduce myself. My name is Timlin Bowens, and I am America's favorite EA, and I'm here to fill the tax literacy gap one taxpayer at a time. That's why I wanted to show you how to do this form to make sure that you don't run into failure to file penalties later. If you find yourself facing those types of penalties right now, and you think that there's a possibility that the IRS may forgive them for reasonable cause, or maybe this is the first time you run into this, then book an appointment with me at www.bowenstaxsolutions.com. At Bowens Tax Solutions, we specialize in working with taxpayers just like you that are facing issues with the IRS, and we step in your shoes to help you get the help that you need. If you have any questions or comments, let me know down below.